Hello everybody, welcome back to Saber Comics, your place for all things review. I am your host as always, Saber King, and now that Death Battle is going to go on a bit of a hiatus because of Rooster Teeth not wanting them to hog the spotlight. I'm just kidding, of course, to all of my friends at Rooster Teeth, but to everyone else, I'm probably not kidding. But I am finally excited to talk about so many other things that aren't Death Battle related that I think you guys are going to love, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to do so. One of those is actually a project that is very dear to my heart, and one that I have been excited and waiting for to come out, but unfortunately, it did take a bit of a hiatus after all these years, but finally it is back, and that is Batman Immortal. So, what is Batman Immortal, you ask? Well, it is going to be a audio drama that depicts the events of the near apocalypse of '09. If that sounds familiar to you, then it should. It was a historical event within the DC animated universe, or Timverse for short, mentioned in Batman Beyond not once but twice, and mainly involved the final showdown between Batman and Ra's al Ghul. It is unfortunately one of those things that we have never gotten to see depicted in any major TV show, animated film, or even comics. So what this event was, or how it started, or even how it ended, we don't know. All we do know, however, is that Ra's al Ghul would indeed live to fight another day. So in comes Project Batman. Basically, these guys took it upon themselves to finally give us an answer as to what the near apocalypse of '09 was all about. So the premise of this film is that Batman is unfortunately getting more older, more slower, and he needs to build a suit that will help him push his limits beyond. Meanwhile, Ra's al Ghul is finally adapting his plan for world genocide. Basically, in order for the world to be reborn, it first has to die. And with a new serum that is killing millions of people, it's up to Bruce Wayne and his former love interest Talia to find a way to stop Ra's al Ghul once and for all. So, that's the premise, guys. Now, as where does this take place in the timeline? This officially takes place 2 years after the death of the Joker. Yes, the original Joker, and when Bruce forbade Tim to ever be Robin again. So you're going to see a much more different Bruce who is coming towards the tail end of his prime and needs to rely more on gadgetry, new technology in order to keep his fighting spirit strong. There is going to be so much happening, guys, like I cannot even tell you. There are twists, there are turns, there's some emotions, there are some surprises. All of that in this audio drama, which, speaking of which, it is officially documented to be 90 minutes long. Yes, that means we are going to get an hour and a half movie about the events of the near apocalypse of '09, Batman, Talia, and so much more. I have had the opportunity to read the script, and guys, it is so wonderful what these people managed to turn out. They had such great passion for the project, and now that they're back, full swinging, there is very much going to be expectations to fill, but I am very confident that these guys can deliver on that. Another obvious question I think you guys are going to have is, why is the Batman Beyond suit, or prototype in this case, have a yellow bat symbol and a yellow utility belt? Well, that's something I would rather you ask them themselves, as they've already gone into detail on that on their own YouTube channel, which I will leave a link to down below, so you can go check out their explanation for it, but also see a bit of a behind the scenes while this film was originally going to be an animated film. There is so many great things for you guys to watch, like a table read of the script, some animatics that, honestly, I am still surprised hold up to this very day. They did a fantastic job on them. But also, there's tons more stuff that I would highly recommend you see for yourself. Let's talk about the cast really quick because, oh man, we have got an all-star cast set here. But the main two that I want to highlight is Alex Walker-Smith as Batman slash Bruce Wayne and Gary Gleason as Ra's al Ghul and Alfred Pennyworth. Some of you will actually be familiar with Alex Walker-Smith, as he is actually the voice of Vegeta on Dragon Ball R&R. He is a fantastic actor, and in this project, he delivers one of the top three, if not the very best Kevin Conroy impression I have heard. Seriously, guys, it is that good. He has some great interactions with the rest of the cast. It's so believable. He puts his all into it. There's so much passion he gives, while at the same time, Gary Gleason is having so much fun and taking the role of Alfred Pennyworth and Ra's al Ghul very seriously, paying respect to the original actors such as David Warner and Ephraim Sembles Jr. Being completely honest, when I heard Gary's portrayal of Ra's al Ghul, I had thought that this was the closest you were ever going to get to a David Warner impression, because he has an iconic voice that not many people can replicate, but somehow Gary managed to find a way, and his interactions with Alex are just incredible. They can go from very intimidating and kind of tense when he is portraying Ra's, but they can also be so emotional, so believable as Alfred. I just had such a ball listening to him in this trailer, and I cannot wait to hear him bring the rest of the script to life. It is going to be awesome. And there is a couple of cameos in there that I don't really want to spoil, but I think you guys are going to be happy with them nonetheless. Also, let's talk about music, because for this trailer and for this whole audio drama, they actually got a perfect composer who works with my boys over at Watchtower Database, so they had a huge helping hand in making this project sound just like something out of Shuri Walker's catalog of Batman scores. Last but not least, I'm going to give you guys the obvious answer you all want to know. When will this come out? Well, that's something I unfortunately don't know at this time. They do have a release date set in mind, but they're going to try and make sure that they can reach this deadline so that way it doesn't have to be delayed. But I can guarantee you, I do believe it will be out before the year is up. So this is just another thing to look forward to in the year 2020 throughout all of this pandemic bullshit, and I am just so looking forward to it. Also, the runtime is going to be 90 minutes, so this isn't going to just be a simple 20 to 30 minute short. No, guys, this is going to be a full audio drama film, and from what I'm about to show you, you're going to get a taste of what it's going to look like. So I really hope you guys enjoy this trailer. I do not own the footage. I highly recommend you go down below, you subscribe to them, you give them so much love, and you show them that you're ready for this and that you are indeed excited. I will be, of course, reviewing it when it drops, but it may take a while, seeing as how it's going to be a 90-minute film. Also, I want to point out that you can go find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ProjectBatman.com or just Project Batman. So, until then, here's a look at the trailer, guys. I hope you enjoy.
I wish simply for a balanced world. No more, no less. A world wherein humanity bows to a natural order instead of endlessly challenging it. I do not care how many deaths it takes to get there. For the world to be reborn, it first needs to die.
death toll may be in the millions, as cities around the globe are destroyed by unknown forces, and the United Nations has begun leading evacuations.
My Abaddon enzyme will cure the disease of humanity in its current incarnation.
Abaddon?
Abaddon was the name of the Hebrew angel of death at the apocalypse.
I almost lost you. It's never come this close before.
I'm getting slower, Alfred. I need a new suit. Something to push my limits beyond.
It's been a long time, Batman. This is your final hour.
Maybe your time should have ended the moment you ended mine. Our last hurrah, eh, bats?
My father has gone insane. He'll wipe out every human being on the planet to fit his own twisted vision of peace.
Your parents would be proud, and so am I.
I am vengeance.
I am salvation.
I am the night.
I am death.
I am Batman
Immortal. Until next time then, Detective.